look like patterns over against Se7en as well. When we look at it, and we just look at the games from like a game perspective, Se7en has been the team, if not every game, then something close to it, to lose a player early, or at least be in a fight early that didn't go their way. And still, they have accumulated so many points today that I'm like, how in the universe do you guys manage to pull that off?
2 fourths and a second place, and 2 of them games where they got the 4th places were when they had 2 players missing from pretty early on.
Yeah.
It was a little bit later on the game we've just seen there from Se7en, but still, the fact that they're even able to frag out like they do with just 2 players, sometimes going against squads of 3 and 4, that on its own is just ridiculous.
They got more points here in their 4th place game with 2 guys alive for the most part of it than they did in their 2nd place game where they had like all their players alive for them pretty much until the last 2 circles.
And also when you think about it, their day 1, remember, they only got 4 placement points, the rest were kill points, and they were in like 11th place, I think that was about right.
Yeah.
And now, over the next 3 days, they just turned it on. They went, all right, we messed up. We are much better than this. Let's go.
But it also goes to show that no one's perfect coming off the start, and no one is perfect probably to the end either. It's just, it's the teams that are the better at, first of all, recognizing their own mistakes, and second of all, doing what it takes to fix them. More often than not, they will also be the guys to, to rack up the most points, and we're seeing it right there. Se7en turning things around after day 1, coming into day 2. Then they kind of had a slump at day 2, at least as far as placement points went. They got themselves that one crazy win. And then today, they're getting themselves the placement points yet again. So if they can combine that with the crazy kills and staying alive with all 4 players in it, and maybe get into a position from where they can start shooting at people, we're looking at another high kill win for them.
We'll have to wait and see if Se7en can do the unthinkable and manage all their games within the top 4. That would be something that hasn't happened thus far throughout Contenders.
That would be very, very, very impressive, then, for sure.
Time will tell. As where's 4AK gone this time? Okay, they're going up north. They got the vehicle, so they're going back to their usual spots. Just caught them there on this eastern side. 3D Max. They've got Valdemar. PG back to usual spots. No problem at all for them. And in terms of what we're seeing Tarlans do, wow. 4AK, like, should we just drive back down now? Shall we? Is it worth it? What are we doing?
These circles are not being nice to people whatsoever. Tarlans doing their split inside Los Leones. They've been splitting like this every game so far. And I, to a certain extent, like it. To a certain extent, I'm afraid of it. Same thing with Washout being this far away from his teammates in Moonwolf. This split works when you know how teams loot around you and you position accordingly. I don't feel like this is positioned accordingly as to how the other teams sit and how they potentially rotate. Because we know that compound up there that Maga is running around in right now is one of the spots that Moonwolf like to go to early. He has been taken down there early game before as well. And honestly, if you're a team that is a little behind, sure, they're getting into the late game, so that's not something I'm not going to talk about at all. It's just you might just want to be closer together because Moonwolf, Desperado, Se7en as well, they are teams that if they spot you early, they're going to land those shots. And if you're a solo player and their teammates are closer and coming into the 8, there's not a whole lot you can do to pick up that solo.
It is going to be an interesting affair once again. I know we keep saying it, and it isn't just because, oh, yes, this is how it's playing out. This is because we have had some of the most crazy circles we've could seen so far in Contenders of how harsh it's been on the shifts, where they've ended up going, and how difficult some of the rotations have been for teams here. Yeah,
and the thing with this circle is as well, once again, we mentioned it in the Eastern Circle too, but here, Los Leones, it's blocking off so much of potential rotation paths coming into the circle. If you take like the circle that is on land in a percentage, we can probably say that a solid half of it is inaccessible, half is water or in the bottom of the map, and the other part is on the western side where you can't go up and over, where you got the shadows up there in the map too. So you got 50% of the circle to rotate into, and you got Los Leones in those 50% too. So you got to rotate all the way south and underneath it, or you got to go all the way up east, I mean northwest, I guess I could say, of Monte Nuevo in order to get safely inside the circle. Because these teams, they've only played, this is their 8th game on Miramar. You don't know the timings and all everybody's rotations yet. You can see now already the teams are starting to jump in towards them, one another. Apocalypse, smoke thrown in the open. Arco clearly aware that someone's nearby.
How does Occo deal with this, though? Apocalypse could be completely pinned down here. Metranius having a little scope around over the edge. He's got himself in the vehicle. Do they try and back him up, or they try and provide him some cover so he can get out of here?
The teammates are there.
Oh, the push coming in.
They know where he is. Don't go alone.
Good spin around. How did
What?
Apocalypse. Those are ones you don't miss on at least the first player.
In all fairness, he had a mini, but in all not fairness, you're supposed to kill him.
Yep.
I mean, I respect the hip fire mini, but when he runs that far away, just maybe hold down right click. It's a tricky one. It's a tough situation, but he got taken down, but there's no way he shouldn't have gotten that. At least the first knock. Getting the second one in the end, that would be the tougher part, because you only got those 20 bullets in the mini to shoot with to begin with. So that could be respectable, but not getting that knock, that's a tough break.
That is a tough break indeed. They would have never expected that to go down that way, and luckily Michalius, he did step away from it in the end.
Yeah, and it's an important player for Force to keep alive as well. He's been the damage heavy hitter, at least as far as kills go. So far, of course, we know that not always does the damage indicate exactly what's been done on the team. It is a shared effort, and even though you have one guy going skyrocketing in the kills, doesn't always have to be him who's landing all the shots to begin with.
I've honestly ridiculously enjoyed today in terms of how these teams have played in certain situations. Se7en, for example, Vinco stepping up, even Tarlans in that previous game actually just managing to break that 16th elimination curse.
I just cannot underline enough how much I love that we're getting Miramar.
Yeah.
I love Erangel, don't get me wrong, I love Erangel, but Miramar just brings something else out of the players, and that's what I like to see. I keep saying it, proper PUBG, good PUBG, these sort of shots, these sort of engagements, you don't see them the same way on Erangel. That Exa, only 30 bullets in the chamber, has to reload, has to figure out whether he wants to commit to this or not, because info just came in, you saw him looking up the hill, there are players above them too.
He just needed one of his teammates there and he would have been able to do it. A lot of damage being done here as Melman and Kofef under pressure here. More damage being done, and it's Memo to be the one that delivers it. Tony Sosa's working his way over, and he's definitely going to go in to try and finish him off and not allow Tornado to have a good chance of getting another game good here.
One team I want to follow this time around. Elgiganten.
Yeah.
How are you going to finish off this week? We've seen things happen. We've seen same things happen. Haven't been working their way. Sure, they've been getting some kills with it, but I want to see them, because they are wise guys and they're really smart in playing. It's just a matter of them being able to change things up from one game to another. Last game, they got the kills. Sure, didn't get the placement. Let's see them get that placement now.
That is what it has to be for these guys, especially if they want to show that it is not just we can frag and then we don't play smart. It needs to be this unit of team coming together and saying we're not just crazy wild people going off on one. Otherwise, he's going to actually go and find Max, and that's going to be him at least knocked down. But are they going to find the kill?
That's
Tarlans
a solid.
Do not want this.
600-meter knock coming in there from Edelweiss. People are asking why he's in the top right now of damage. How the hell do you knock a person that's that far away with a mini?
You know, he's got like 6 times or whatever on there, but then his own eyesight is at 20 times.
Maybe he's sitting with like a binocular on the screen to get like a 25 times scope, you know? Because that's how it works.
Oh, man. Great shots coming out again from the boys from Se7en overall. And they're going to continue to walk forward, or drive forward as it be, towards Tarlans to see what they can get done here. Tarlans' Margo is actually has the potential where he can creep up on them, but there's so many teams rotating into this as they bring up the map screen that this could get very interesting. Margo's so far away. All of Tarlans are down here in the south, and it's like just a waiting game of who's going to meet who first.
I just want to see this circle go down to the prison island, just for the chaos and finishing off things in similar fashion to the chaos we've been fortunate of seeing all day. Because the thing is, most of you guys probably don't think about this very much, but getting from the south circle, or getting from the mainland to the southern island, can be extremely difficult because the hills and the sort of the cliff sides are so steep that you cannot run up. Only in, I believe, Los Hijos, and all the way, actually from there, is pretty much the only place you can get up, and then some places up and around the city just south of El Del Mar. Everywhere else is just inaccessible. So for the teams that will get across early, should it go down there, there's a very, very small chance. It's practically impossible to cross once other teams have set us up.
4 AK are working their way in at the moment as we look at what Moonwolf can do from here. They're scoping around, keeping a good eye to make sure if they do engage with Desperado just up in front of them, that no other teams will be ready to challenge them. But at this point, there is so much space out there as he lands the headshot. Edukos.
Calvin's like, I'm not going to peek this again for a while.
Error.
Oh, big. Yeah, let's just fall back down. But that's what you can do to people, because the thing is, we get to see the damage indicator and who shot at who and whatnot, but they don't know exactly who's over on the other side. And if you get that instant headshot towards you, you're like, oh my god, that must be one of the better teams, right? Are we really gonna force a fight with them right now or not? Frank takes a love tap on Buster.
Not acceptable. Don't care how good Se7en are. I'm never down for this.
Yep.
Bad.
At least that your opponents kill you, not kill each other. Circle does center somewhat around Chumacera. Still a lot of variation in how the game can end out. And this is where you, as an in-game leader, have got to say, how do we like to play this game? Are we an edge team? Are we a center team? Do we love city endings? Do we love to play in the open? Do we love compounds with vision around us? How do we like to play? And now is your time to try and position yourself accordingly. Tuck, he's an adventure. I like it. Adventurous Tuck.
Super far away from his team, but no one will be able to take him down from this position. He's just got a long road ahead of him.
He was expecting the circle to go to the island and had a boat waiting in Porto Paraíso. I was like, I got it, boys. I got this one. Safe rotations coming in from Tuck. But yeah, circle didn't go there, and now he has about 3 kilometers to the circle.
Not going to be fun for him either way, but the rest of the team can wait it out. And maybe some of the other teams will eliminate them, other teams in their way to fight this out and give them some space to work into.
In all fairness, Swarm hasn't been afraid or shy of playing the edge.
No.
So they don't really care that he's out. Of course, they will need to spend a little more time if they do want to wait for him to make it all the way in there. But they have not been shy of playing the edge, especially on the southern side. They've been good today at playing the silent sides of the circle. And right now, we see how many teams are sitting in the center. If they can just push their way in slowly from the south and avoid confrontations, that could be them again sitting in the top 8, because they have gotten a lot of placement points today.
Stella, off the back of their win, just gone. Want to see what they can do here. Is Pancho. Okay, this is good. Lands a headshot onto Broken from Swarm as they're trying to work their way into. Tarlans just keeping this edge, trying to hold on to it here. But it's what I don't understand with this is Marga has been left on his own for so long. Moonlight's working his way back up. And then Pancho's just down here chilling, taking shots at people. But it's like, if he goes down, that's it. Game over for him.
Have you ever heard of the 4 horsemen strategy in PUBG? It's like you land one guy in each corner of the map, and then you have to meet in the middle at some point, right? I think that's what they're doing. They have one guy, right, we see right here, Panko. Him and Ermac are sitting together. You have Moonlight up by Los Leones, and you have Maga in Chumacera. That is, yeah, as you said, James, as split as a team can be without being killed.
Yeah. Like, if these two get knocked, there's no one saving them. Yes, they've got a good firing range. Yes, they've got the high ground here, but they're going up a very capable Swarm, and straight away, Ermac finds himself getting knocked. And now you've got to say, okay, do we commit any more to this? We've had a kill. We've put the pressure onto him. What is really worth it?
The thing is, at this point, they're so far from one another that it has to be one of those guys. If the circle allows for it, we'll get together later. If not, then it's just we play together for the rest of the game. Like, we'll just join another Discord channel, and then if we actually are nearby one another, then sure, we can start talking together again. But no info that Maga and Moonlight can provide now are useful to the other guys, and the same way around. There's no need for them to really focus on what the other guys are doing until they actually have somewhat of a realistic chance of getting together again.
Now, Stella don't have to move too much just yet. They are within the circle, but there are multiple teams around them. That's what they have to be careful of. For Savage, Elgig, they're getting involved, shooting at Moonlight as he tries to drive on in. He's going to try and group back up with Marga, which at least puts us into a 2-2, which I'm not against. It's still a very far away 2-2.
I mean, it is a 2-2 though. They got together. Circle as center as can be. Wow, we've seen a couple of these donuts today, but as center as these ones have been, we've also seen them being followed.
It's a pretty wheel.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Some alloy in the middle.
We've seen them being followed by crazy edge circles. So we never know. If this is 2 center for good, then maybe the next one will bring chaos and havoc. Maybe Havoc will get inside it too.
Hey, you could have another attempt at it. See how it goes down for him. 4 AK. It's not been the greatest of days for them. All things considered. They started off on day 1 so well. Looked like an impressive team to do some damage. But it's all about that consistency that we keep coming back to, because it's not just something we say for fun. It is the legitness of when you're playing this many games. It's all about pulling off something like Se7en can do, where you're constantly... Literally, what's this been now? This is 7 games in the top 8.
Yep.
4-7. If they get this one, this will be 8. Just insanity.
And across 2 maps as well. It's not just a 1 map, showing they're doing well on both sides of the playing field. Elgiganten, they've been on the edge. They've been taking their time. I like to see it. No over-aggression here. Things are being changed up. And Nelos now by himself. He must hear the steps now from Ali on the other side.
Noise to be made. Noise to be heard. Tok being cautious. Nade's going to go up. Elga, can they do it? Aaliyah comes around the right time. This could be very nice. Able to time around. Turns it up. Headshot landed, but damage being done back on. Tok's going to find himself getting knocked out. And so is Aaliyah's Swarm. Cannot catch a break. First of all, it was Tarlans. Now it's Elgig. And Elgig are actually doing it with keeping everyone going. They've just got drone to find now, and that goes down. The nade comes in. The Swarm go out in 16th place.
Reset, 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 reset as fast as you possibly can, and anticipate more people coming your way. Shots were fired close to them. They probably heard the bullets hit the ground, and you can see right now immediately Nelos, Hookstar, nades in hand. They're ready for the next fight, and that one should be right on the money. Nemor that's going to catch him with his teams, but he gets to live. Wow, had it been cooked for a half second, would have blown on his feet. But Nemorith runs off. Savage goes down too. And now things getting a little chaotic. Again, take a breather now. Reset. Get those vehicles up. The circle's pushing in. Figure, how do you want to play this one? You don't have to take the fight right now.
Yeah, it was like hand signaling to Toby then of like, for them.
Exactly. Calm down.
It's like, you took the engagement, you got a good nade off there, you nearly got an extra knock-in, but don't overextend too much now.
They got the kills. They get the res up. 4 guys alive. Reset again. Do we need to take this fight? No. Can we scout further inside the circle? Yes. We have the left edge here. We can look further inside. Sure, PG is close, but we can still rotate forward. PG and Tarlans, same colors, different teams. 2 of the 2 guys in the split have been found by the 4-man strong 3D Max, and it's not going to be easy. They are applying pressure, though.
Nice, considering 3D Max have the high ground here. The first knock comes in and an instant finish. Tarlan's looking to deliver it. Phantom's there as well. Damage being done, but Wago, he wants to come in and save the day. He's looking for it. He's got a good idea of where this final player could be, and he's just checking out the edges ever so carefully. Doesn't want to maybe look too far and wide peek into it, but they've got to be careful he doesn't sneak around behind all of them and drop a crazy nade or something.
It's a really, really hard area to play from. You see Ermac getting up on the hilltop, anticipating the rest. If this happens, if this lands on Noki, that would be so brutal. It cooks, it throws, and explodes. Almost on Wago. Had it been cooked a little longer, a little shorter, I mean, then maybe there would have been a chance. Ermac, though, trying to buy himself some time and get away, because wisely enough, they are far from the circle. He does have 2 players, though, on the other side, and look at this Elgiganten rotating across. Thank you, guys. I like to see it. Great plays coming in from them now. Playing it smart, playing it careful, and trying to stay alive for as long as possible.
Looking for another good game coming out here for the Vinco team. This will be a huge day for them if they can get away with it one more time.
They have been shifted away from those circles. It's going to go over towards Desperados and that church. We know so many teams like to play around. The thing about it being you have so much vision, and it's very, very hard to push you once you set up shop with 4 guys in that position. Havoki taken down from a distance. That's going to be Memo and Tony working together and getting themselves 2 knocks now up towards the 4 AK guys.
4 AK, gotta be careful now. Bring your players back up and choose your fight you're gonna take. Cause you've got Winside and Quickmath nearby as well, and they would have heard all of this going on. For us, trying to make their way downhill. They're already being shot at by Stella, and I love this from Stella. They've instantly tried to group this back up, turn the 2-2 split into a full squad position to fight from.
Noki just chilling in the car. Like, Wago, you coming? You coming, buddy? I'm kind of getting shot at here. Jam away goes down. Edelweiss from a distance once more gets one down, and Lassa up close takes down Moment. They were not anticipating the position there from Force.
Times are ticking, times are waiting. You can't sit out there too long in the open as Moleman is going to struggle with this one. Forrest trying to push up on him. He's avoiding the nades for now. He's up high. He's going to slowly work his way down and say, oh, okay, come on. Anyone coming for me?
I think from Force, as you can see there, they cannot aggress on that hillside. Se7en Esports have a perfect position on the other side here. Nice positioning from Wago and Noki. They're inside the circle in a good spot with the dips here. Again, these sort of positions, if you don't know they exist, you ain't never gonna get to them. Could be a lucky coincidence or could just be map knowledge. You need to have the knowledge. You need to go explore, learn every single dip if you want to be at the top of the game.
That's what it's about. It's all about the waiting to when to strike. Don't overextend too much and find yourself getting picked off and costing your team vital opportunities. As Avoki lands a really nice headshot. The boom doesn't stand a chance at that 118 damage being done. And now Winside are going to go up and try and save themselves and keep 4 alive here, but the nade comes out too strong, and Avoki will still be able to take down the boom. Will 4AK push on this, though, because now would be the time to strike.
They have to clear their side. If they can get down Winside, they will have so much room to rotate on. Oh, Avoki gets down one more. That'll be the 3rd knock coming in from him. Gets him finished off as well. Now you got Nix. He's up on the top. Moon has spotted him, though. He's forced to fall back down. He's not having his teams with him. Northwest gets taken down. Nix gets the knock on towards Rue, though.
Moon looking, he knows he has to change this around. But can he hold them off? 2 versus 1. Moon's just going to back away. He won't live to fight another day, though, because Winside go down and 4 AK get the job done and keep 3 people up and running.
No one nearby. Circle goes on towards 7. Again, this could be one more of those quiet games where they don't really get any kills. But again, placement points being so vital. Vac gets himself one. That's a great play on towards Combat. He's trying to run around, but the blue. He's in the blue, and it's going to tank so much on towards him. Moleman is focusing on teams that are elsewhere. Now he's running in towards Example, and he goes down as well.
Great work there from Tornado. Stellar catching a rough ride. An example. He's had great games these last couple of days, and now he's bringing up the individual performances as well.
Moleman was focusing on people on the other side of the rope when there was a guy sitting around inside his house. Tricky shots to be landed, but of course, too many targets around, and he will go down. But for example, I am not seeing you getting out of this building alive. Maybe out of the building, but not across the field, that's for sure.
Literally steps outside the door. Ah, damn it. Marga, though, landing the headshot onto Nail Up.
Ermac is still alive as well, gotta put it to him. I mean, the entirety of 3D Max, they did decide to drive around the corner, get inside the circle. 2 of them went down just before. Stayed put, though. Nail Up taken down, so maybe this is what they needed. Crazy wide splits like we saw Kebabs do in Phase 1, right? You remember when they were splitting all over the map? Maybe this is Kebabs 2.0.
I forgot about the Kebabs. Yeah, no one watched Phase 1. Kebabs gave some interesting understanding of how things should be played, but sometimes did well. As this fight is going to be 7 going up against Desperados. Tornado have been eliminated. Example didn't make it out of the house, but will 7 make it out of this building? Shots coming out towards them. Plenty of damage being done, and Desperados, they've had a tough day so far. Can they handle the heat from the CIS team in 7?
Desperado's trying to hold the angle. Talsera pushed on and got himself some finish-offs. 2 players alive in both teams, and you see P18 or PG18 trying to make a push on it here as well. Frank just jumped inside the house, and now Wacko and 3D Max are starting to chime in this one. But Elgiganten are coming from behind. So many third parties on third parties on third parties, and nobody is able to have any sort of a calm moment here whatsoever.
This has been craziness unfolding. Vinco trying to make their way in, but players being picked off. So does the one to go down next. And they still got 2 more players to try and get inside of it. Vinco go down in 13th. It's not going to happen for them. And it is going to be a tough chance for them to hold on and have good positions across all the games, but still a respectful day overall. 3D Max meeting up with Elgig. Noki on the floor, shots coming out towards him. Do they know where Waggo is? He makes some shots. He's trying to go and look for some cover. The nades go out towards him, but Elgig do have to be careful. Bring Savage back up, take yourself a chance, and wait it out here, because no one is going to be close enough to bring Noki back up.
They're inside the circle. They have the ridge to work with. Noki gets finished off there as well. Nilas knows that Waggo is down on the rock, and he ain't planning on moving anytime soon. Buy yourself some time. Again, take a breather. You have the time here. No reason to stress it. New circle hasn't popped just yet. It will in just a short moment, though.
Frank found himself going down to Desperados, which means now Desperados are in a 2 versus 1. Only Edelweiss left up in it. Now he's a very skilled player. They have 5 kills here anyway. Could this be the first time 7 go down outside the top 8?
They are very, very well placed within the circle, though. Talsera and Coldamenta, they're on each their building, and they know that Edelweiss is in the 3rd one, so there's no reason for them to over-aggro on it, only being 2 guys alive. PG18 tried to 3rd party on it, but they're really, really taking casualties and trying to get out. They're like all just turning around. Those 2 teams are fighting each other. All of a sudden, they just stop fighting, look over to PG18 and like, can you guys stop it? We're kind of in the middle of something here. And now it's just Nemorith alive. But gotta give it to Tarlans. Still 2 guys up.
Tarlans still involved in it, and they're getting closer actually towards this 3D Max and Elgig fight going on. As 3D Max, they will go down in 12th place. Waggo eats a nade, and the rest of his teammates had already gone down. So where does Moonlight go from here? He must have seen and heard all of this. How does he? Oh, wow.
The timing, Nilas. You have to be ready for something. Shots are fired now. That's going to be the knock-on towards him. But as you can see, Moonlight, he doesn't have time to flush up anything. He needs to make a run on off. Deeks surviving that one, fortunately, with 1 HP. Savage got around the other side, but where, oh, where can Elgiganten drive from here? I'm only seeing them crash the compound. There is no cover before that house.
What did it cost Moonlight? Everything.
He got a kill, though.
Couldn't get the second. Desperado's trying to hold on to the next push coming their way. Tozera's still out in the open. Needs to do his best to hold on to his teammates coming with a grenade, and Coldamenta and Tozera just trying to hold on to this as much as possible. They dealt with 7, and they're looking to do some more damage now as Moonwolf find 4 others and will take them down next. So many little battles going on as Art of War go down in 10th, and it's all fighting for a very small amount of space, and everyone wants to seem to get involved in this compound.
I love the plays from 4AK as well. They're pushing it so smart. They were in the southeastern side, now they're up in the northeast. If they can get this position away from Quickmath, if they can take them down, they will have so much room to work with up here on the top of things.
Nixty took a hell of a lot of damage from that grenade, but AK are trying to work their way in. Is Elgig now starting to come alive once again, but have they bit off more than they can chew? Nemerith does the job, a nade goes out, and Savage, he escapes by the skin of his teeth as Tarlans escape them, making it into the top 8. They hit a 9th place overall. It wasn't meant to be this time around. Good effort considering how they were split apart. The nade comes out again, and Elgig, they will go down in 8th. They will grab that 1 point. I'm not sure how many kills they got, but they were fighting from start to finish.
Yeah, he should have had made his way inside the house, but of course hard to tell what angle Nemerith was holding there. Solo player trying to keep them at bay, and he gets the double kill there off of it too. Great plays coming in from him, but not a whole lot more to it than that. Nemerith will be alive on the rock, but you can see the nade battle right now happening between Quickmath and 4AK. And whoever gets to win this one, believe me, will be in the best of positions.
Yeah, great spot to start from, but who's going to be able to take it? 4 players up here for Quickmath. Nades continue to come towards them. Mize is able to at least dodge it for now. He doesn't want to just poke up too far. He just keeps having a little look and saying, okay, are they going forward yet? Are they doing it? And they've got so much information here for Quickmath, but shots come out towards them. Tuayua goes down from Moonwolf, and this isn't what they wanted, but Edo Cores, as soon as he makes the shots, he's going to go down in return. Little battles going on here, and this massively benefits 4AK. They are going to be love seeing this.
And look at the split from Moonwolf as well. They have Risu all the way out on the western edge of the circle and Washshot up on the wall. Not sure exactly how they got this far apart from one another, with Elgiganten still up on the shack there just before he went down. They were very, very far split as well, with like control of the entire west side of the circle. But now circle somewhat centered up once more. This has been one of the more fair circles as far as edges go. Mise, a lot of damage applied, but no knocks coming in. Razor now taken down to the blue.
Wasn't keeping an eye on his back, wasn't able to hold on his teammate Wash out. He's going to be up close and personal towards Desperado, but he's not making noise just yet. Resu finds himself.
Yeah,
Oh,
Razor
Resu
was in the blue from the blue, yeah. So no points earned by anyone else. That's, I guess, a good thing if he was to go down in any case. 4AK try to make a lot of a bad position. They don't have a whole lot of room to work with, and the smoke's only going to last them so long. Our new smoke indicators will tell us that they have just been thrown, so they do have some time with at least visual cover. But as you can see here, shots can be applied, smokes are not.
I just realized how deep in the blue he actually was. That was quite far that he was fighting from there for Resu before he went down. But it will be all up to Washout now for Moonwolf. 7 though, they're still up in it. He's kept himself going. Nemeref's going to struggle to push in as the final PG member, but he's just on the edge of the circle here. 4AK and Quickmath, they just can't decide when they want to engage.
Also gotta say it, if you see 12 people alive right now and you get eliminated and you get 7th place, that's gotta be such a feels bad for you. 4AK, that's 1 knock coming in. If they have 1 more and they do, that could be the triple nade being thrown on forward. Somehow not gonna happen. Avoki gets taken down as well. Now it's all up to Nix. He taps some heads. You gotta really land these shots in order to stay alive.
Trying to land those shots, trying to use it to his advantage, but more damage coming out towards him. He's struggling with it, and 4 angry kids go down in 7th. Quickmath stands strong, and they keep everyone alive within it. That is so powerful.
Final circle has been popped here, and we get to see where it's going to end. It's going to go outside of the compound, and if the guys from Quickmath can get down this hill without Desperados taking them out, if they can get down to that next plateau, they'll be able to stay put until the teams from inside the compound will have to leave it. That could be really, really crucial, and potentially net them the win here. We still have 6 teams in the mix with just 9 players alive. So many solos sneaking around, make that 4 of them. And believe me, with so many points on the line for every single placement that you get, you just want to stay alive in this one. You just want to stay alive and let everyone else fight it out.
Quickmath got the 1-man advantage compared to anyone else. Then it's Desperados, and then it's just solos. Washout, he is not going anywhere. He's waiting for hopefully someone to jump in front of his team. Have had 9 kills, and he's looking to make it 10.
In all honesty, Washout has the best position, at least as far as where the dot will go in this circle. So he's just going to be proning. He's going to let everyone else try to get out of the compound.
Cavs would have spotted out. Otherwise, are they going to take the shots? No, Stella go down in 16th. That is now top 5 guaranteed for 7 once again.
It's impressive plays coming out, and they do it in all different kinds of ways. Whether it's them killing everyone or it's them sneaking their way in, doesn't matter. Top 5 coming in for 7 in all 4 games today. Absolutely amazing plays from them.
They are going to be very happy with that. Once again, going further up the standings as Desperados now need to work a way to break out of this. And also with Washout and Nemerif so close, it's a scary position. Obviously, they might be aware that one player's close, but to have two proned in almost the same style of position is going to be very hard to deal with. As Quickmath, they're thinking, is anyone ever going to come alive? Anyone going to poke out at any point here?
Coldament just got headshotted by one of the Quickmath guys, and that info has to come across. This should be their time to push. They know there's at most one guy peeking forward. He has 5 smokes, so they want to buy themselves as much time as they can, of course, and now the smokes are being thrown forward. Make that smoke path down the hill. You can see the ridge line right there. It will grant them some cover, and hopefully for Quickmath, all the other guys will be busy fighting in the compound while they make their run on down.
That's what they're going to have to rely on. It's all going to come down to this very central position as Quickmath using the smoke, trying to come into it. So Zera hitting a good few shots there, but not enough to get any knocks in. Have they got time to get the heals off? Yes, they have, but Peltsid needs to move down. Shots coming out towards him. Washout starting to move Nemerif as well. Nemerif goes down to Washout. They have a little 1v1 battle of their own, but now the positions are certainly going to be known. So Zera certainly would have heard it, and now he may be able to act on it as Quickmath still trying to find the ground to get further down.
Peltsid is just trying to get the Mets on up, but he's out in the blue. That's going to be Washout out. Misa secures the kill. 3v2 Desperados. They can do this one, but it's going to be hard. Coldament down south Zera. No helmet for him at all, I think. You need to really land some shots, and he gets the first one down. 2 more to go.
So Zera, is there a man to do it? He's getting the nade ready, and that's actually going to be very strong. Very close as well. Could he get the knock? The nade comes in. It was so close, but he didn't have the cover, and Quickmath take the win, but by the skin of their teeth.
Wow.